So here we have the Jaguar XE on a 68 plate. I'm going to start off firstly by showing you around the outside of the car, and then we'll hop in and run through some controls on the inside. From the outside you can see that it's a four-door car with alloy wheels and tinted windows. We're going to start off in the boot area of the vehicle. First of all, as we approach the back of the car, you can see we have reversing sensors and plenty of boot space available as well. Okay, so we're just going to work our way back around to the front of the car, and then we'll hop in and run through some controls on the inside. Now that we've done a full circle of it though, you can see it's in excellent condition the whole way. Just briefly before we climb in, I think it's well worth seeing the interior from this exterior point of view. There's plenty to run through on the dashboard, so let's hop in and we'll do that now. Okay, now that we're inside the car, we're going to start with the dials. Over on that left-hand side, we have the speedometer. We have the rev counter on the right-hand side. In the center at the top, you can see a digital readout for your speedometer, beneath which we've got the coolant temperature gauge, the fuel gauge, the trip computer, and at the very bottom of that section, the total miles of this car, which are 38,168. To the right-hand side of that, it will show you what gear this car is in. It's an automatic. We, of course, are in park at the moment. If we back out to the steering wheel next, we have our stereo controls, our phone controls, our cruise control and speed limiter, the minus pedal and the plus pedals that you can change up and down a gear manually with this automatic gearbox. And then into the center, the main touchscreen for the car. So we're on the home screen at the moment, which is you can access your main options. You can swipe through to the various other screens. So as you do that, you can see Bluetooth, for example, Android Auto available just there, Apple CarPlay. And then, as I say, the main options that you're likely to need on a daily basis. You can access them at any time with that home button, and then just tap the screen to go into any given menu. So, of course, we have satellite navigation, as you can see. Again, you can hit the home screen, or you have the four main options down the bottom here. We have our media menu. We've got our, obviously, volume we can adjust. There are a number of ways you can listen to music. So, AM, FM, and DAB radio. And if you don't want to use the radio, we have Bluetooth audio. And of course, as you've already seen, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. So once you pair those devices, there's loads of ways to listen to music. And you can pair your phone to make and receive phone calls and use the Bluetooth audio from on here as well. If we move down from there, you can see firstly the visual guide to the parking sensors. We then have dual zone climate control. You can adjust the passenger temperature. You can adjust the driver temperature. You can increase and decrease the fan speed. You can determine what direction you'd like the air distributed in. The air conditioning is on at the moment, so that's off and back on again. Or you can just hit auto. In doing so, the car will take full control to maintain the temperatures that you've asked for. You can manually override that whenever you wish to, and you can see auto is now turned off as well. We have the main volume for the stereo, the start and stop button for the engine. You just need to make sure, as we have here, the key is in the car with you. This dial would be your gears for the vehicle, so reverse, neutral, drive, and then push and twist for sport. When you switch the engine off in this car, which I'll show you in a moment, this will then lower to sit flush to that central console. We then have these various settings, so you can turn off the stop and start, you can turn the traction control on and off, you can change the driving setup, so you can put it into race mode, or dynamic normal, eco, or snow and ice as well, and then you can come back over here for normal driving mode. We have the electronic handbrake and then two cup holders. And then lastly, when we switch the engine off, as I mentioned, that will lower down. All that leaves me to say is thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you'd like to come and see the car for yourself and have a test drive, please feel free to give us a call here at Surrey Specialist Cars. We'd love to hear from you soon.